Welcome to another episode of Sitar Gurukul. This is Nishit Dey with you as always. In today's episode, we are going to emphasize further on 2-fret meends. But I have not deliberately stretched it out enough because you needed to practice the other basics first. So provided that you have a relatively in tune 1-fret meend by now it's time to take the meend practice just one notch higher. So today I'm going to show you a very important place of taking 2-note meends. So on the beginning of the time when you are going to start learning rags, which is going to be very soon, and we are going to start with the rag Yaman. So in Yaman, you are going to play exactly the same notes, only we are going to change the ma, but we will come to that at a later episode. For getting ready for that time, now is the time that we take our practice just a little bit higher. So I have already showed you how to play 2-fret meends. Now I am going to show you a specific position where you need to start taking those meends from. So for example, if you are going to play you're going to find yourself playing 2-fret meends mostly from ga here, because you need to play ga ma pa a lot, and then you have dha here because you need to play dha ni sa a lot. So we are going to start preparing ourselves by playing 2-fret meend, or essentially taking dha ni sa from the note dha, which is going to sound like this. So the practice is going to be you play sa re ga ma pa, and from dha you place your middle finger and then pull the next 2 notes out. So now I'm going to explain how I did that. So you place your index on the pa, and then you play dha, and then you're aiming for your shuddhani, and then sa, and then when you find your satisfactory sa through micro adjustments, and then you keep on repeating that. So it is going to take you a while to kind of get it into your muscle memory, that where exactly these notes are, but I'll give you a few pointers for the common beginner mistakes. First and foremost, the distance from dha and ni is much greater than the distance from ni and sa. One little logic here you can use is that you could physically see the gap from dha and ni. So this is the dha fret and this is the ni fret. So if you, this horizontal space, if you make it vertical, it's almost similar. It's almost similar, the distance that you need to travel. So it's not completely identical, of course, but it's going to give you an idea of how much you are going to need to pull. Also, you have to make sure that your elbow position and your wrist position does not change. So when you're going to take meends like this, when you hold your index at a certain place, you're going to see that the thumb kind of naturally follows a specific position. So it's very important that you don't change that position while you take that meend, because that's going to cause some serious trouble in the future. So number one thing that we need to make sure that is happening is the position should always be perfect. And also, as I showed you before, that when you pull the meend, you should be pulling it through your force of the wrist and not the force of your fingers. So your finger is going to kind of hold the exact position that you see it in before you pull. And when you pull, even though when you see sitar players and when you are up front, you feel like that they're pulling from the fingers. They're mostly pulling from the pivot point on the thumb. So you need to make sure that your thumb is twisting. It's going to physically twist, and that is going to ensure that it's the wrist that's doing the pulling, and this is very important. So one more time. So here you also get to see that I kind of wait and linger around, and I finally, before I finally put the stroke on the knee. So I am going to pull for this. It's best if you, when you're pulling for knee, it's best if you stroke in dha, and then quickly pull to a place where you think the knee is. So if you're going to pull straight away, it's going to give you lesser space to find out actually where the knee is, and you're going to end up with a distuned note. So if I play it faster, slowly that lingering sound is going to go away. But if you zoom up in a macro level and slow it down, you're going to notice the engineering behind it. So this exercise should be among the last exercise right before the jhala, when you have warmed up your right hand and your left hand and you're playing sargams. And by now you should be attempting to play at least 50 as a set of 1. So you're going to do 50 reps or cycles. One cycle is sa to sa and then back again. That's going to make one cycle. So you should, whatever speed you're playing it, be at 60, 70, 80 of the metronome, you should be able to play at least 50 cycles before you move on. And then when you find yourself that you've done almost all the other practices, then you do this right before ending it with a jhala. So that's it for today. I hope these lessons are really helping you out. Meend is extremely important in our kind of sitar, or any kind of sitar there is, especially in Imdad Khani Gharana kind of sitar. And I hope that this journey, especially the line on your middle finger, is going perfect. If it's not, do write to me. See you on the next class. Take care. Thank you.